Hey you guys, I'm back. So I am looking forward to this part. Go see the first part. It is where I just show the piano box. I uh, I just take it out and put it back in. I don't do the full unboxing. That's what today's going to be. I'm just going to go through everything, take it out, and see if I can assemble it. See if I can do that in time for it to be out today. So I'm not even sure at this moment in the video because I haven't actually planned it, so I'm just going to go through and see how it'll all work. But this piano or keyboard, it's actually a keyboard because a piano would be like, it'd be like a 500 pound or like, some really heavy thing you'd have to place. Keyboards are efficient, and I guess I would just say that they're all awesome. I played the piano at my grandma's house, but that's all the experience. I'm very much a beginner. And the keyboard itself, pretty compact, and I can imagine what one looks like. I've seen them, but I'm excited to learn. Never learned how to actually play an instrument before. But I guess last thing. So in the last video, I mentioned how this was my 2019 Christmas present, which just stayed in the basement for 7 months. So it was really because I was just super busy with college life and all that. But I am excited to get into this finally. It's like been sitting there. I've been like, I can finally open it. So let's get into this. I don't know exactly what you guys can see in that screen. Just gonna go one box at a time and then pause as I open. It might be frequent pausing. So I'm gonna find a place to sit all of these components. Not that heavy. The main thing. There's one more box. Alright, so these are the headphones. The other box that I just opened looks to me like it's just pieces of the stand for the piano. It's pretty much, that's what that's looking like. That's going to be a good assembly. Not sure if I'm going to do it in this video, but I'm still going to plan as I go along. So I can imagine these would be for, well, obviously to plug in and listen to yourself play, so nobody's like, it's not obnoxious. So, I'm a beginner, and I imagine I have that like obnoxious and not even necessarily anxiety, it's going to be weird if I'm playing out in the open. Imagine being electronic would have like a keyboard, or it'd have an adjustment of the volume and, different kinds of features like that. For the last box, I'll get to the piano last, but this is something I've been interested, sort of interested since I was probably a 10, definitely when I was a kid. So I've never actually learned how to play a legit instrument except for maybe a recorder. Not really. No, I didn't really learn how to even play that, but this is it's gonna be that thing, We all imagine there's a lot of people who want to play something, some sort of instrument. It's an exciting feeling, that's for sure. And this, wait, yeah, I'll just say it. It's a stool. Alright. Nice size stool. Awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we open the piano. So the best for last. Yeah. Alright. So I found the best way to get this out. That's just this side here. Alright. Very careful. Wait. Alright. Here's the microphone. I don't know if I can use a different purpose other than actually, singing, which is what its main purpose is probably for, right? But I don't know to see about all that. Nice little look. Let me make sure I'm getting this in the screen. Probably just open everything anyways and show you guys anyway. Oh, yep, that's supposed to happen. Yep, I'm going to be ultra gentle with everything. Especially because it's new, right? Like when you get that anything new, you want to be extra gentle with it. Then after a year, you might not be as gentle with it, but it's very important. And then I'm probably going to sanitize it. Maybe. I'll have to see. Alright. I try to not make that screech noise. So, I'll try very hard not to make that noise. Okay, this just slides out. It's very efficient. Put these pieces back down here. Oops. It's a piece of tape. Yep. Alright. I don't even know if this part of the video even matters. I don't know if it would have been better if I didn't add this in. The occasional pauses were definitely good at first, but I guess the unboxing has the magic within the unboxing title for these videos within actually doing the process. So that's why I'm doing that, the full-blown unboxing process in front of you guys. Hope it's not horribly boring. Maybe add music in the background, I'm not sure what I'm going to even do yet. It's like one of my first unboxings. Like one of my first. Part 2 was meant to be a long part. It really was. I can see it being as long as 25 to 30. Oof. Nah, I don't know about all that. But yeah, could be pretty long. Instructions, all that stuff. Oh, the adapter, the charger. Nice. Another piece. Okay. This whole thing's unboxed. I mean, it seems clean to me. I might sanitize it. I don't know if it needs to be because it was so carefully packaged. Not sure about all that. Eventually I will wipe it down with the proper stuff. Alright. Go ahead and show you guys where I put all the boxes. Just fit it in the larger box. Alright. Okay, so let's see here. From this point on, I believe I will just go for it with these pieces here. I'm just probably gonna just pause for that and maybe read the instructions before I go further in. Alright, so I paused for a while. I decided I'm just gonna assemble this whole the keyboard. A key stand, the stand for the keyboard. I don't know. This could just be a tutorial part for anybody who wants to assemble a keyboard. So I'm gonna treat it like that while showing parts of me assembling it, because it's gonna be sort of tedious work. Like, it's gonna be, I don't know. It could take a while. So I'll just organize the parts first. So here's my plan. First off, I will just go for those little pieces and sort those together, and yeah, I'll group any that are ×2. The ×1 will stand out, and then I'll go from there, and I'll start with that first picture and go from there. So I have ultimately decided for this video, and I'll be assembling this whole thing, the whole keypad, keyboard stand holder. Then the seat is really not it's really ready, so the seat I'll fold out. Then the next video is when I will just play the piano piece, but first I will show you guys how to use the piano. So that's going to work out awesome. So this whole, the instructions are here. I have the instructions, and I have some stickers to put across the piano, as you see, from the left to the right, just to help the instructions for the piano itself, what everything is. I'll be going through that. I'll make sure to understand it first. So I'm going to understand what I'm talking about before I just randomly delve into it, so it's not confusing. I make sure, now going back on track here, I understand the first picture, so I'll know what I'm going into here. I actually assembled piece of this so far. Yeah, I'll explain. So I did half of the assembly. Alright, so this photo here, you want to find section D and E. Now, let me give you a quick show over here. I made sure to find them all and sectioned them together, so they're all sectioned. Yeah, so for the first one, you're gonna want to get 2 × 2 for D and ×2 for E. So there are 2 of each of those pieces, you can see. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to take, there's a bolt that is connected to 2 of them, the ×2 I and the ×2 H, the ×4 H, and then the ×4 of the bolts. H and I are the next pieces which connect those 2 together. So if you look and read the instructions, you can pause here. Now what you're going to want to do is take that bolt off, unscrew it from H, unscrew the bolt, and put the bolt on the opposite end of the bar, that bar right there, as you can see in the picture. And then you can even use your finger for this. Now I'd recommend probably a tool, but I don't have any tools, so I'm using my hands for the full assembly, and I will ask my dad for a checkup, just because him and my brother actually have tools. I do not use tools. But yeah, you're going to want to do that, and you can screw it in with your hand to make it tight enough for if you don't have a tool at the current, and maybe get somebody who knows about tools. That'd be cool if I knew about tools. But yeah, once you do that, you're good to go. You're just going to repeat the process with the other one. Well, actually, wait, hold on. Up, this part's up. The rest, you can't really see. It's just, yeah, those are the 3 exact same, but this will stay on the top. So if you see that bump, that's up on the top. Gotta look precisely at that picture, or else it won't be as stable. So, let's move this a little bit over here. Or better yet, move it over here. I'll take it over here. So, let's see here. So, where did I put the other one? I don't even know. Oh, wait. Yeah. Alright, so before I even pick this up, actually, no, hold on here. So I have, the picture says to attach B to D and C. So it's going to look kind of funky like this. You're going to connect this to the top here. So connect that in. It won't matter how. As you can see, there are 4 specific little dots. You have a big old piece with a theme the theme. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that and put that like that within those dots, and you're going to use that bolt F. I forgot to read the rest of the instructions. Well, I didn't forget, but yeah. I don't know. Appropriate screws, you're going to look for F, which is so blurred. Yeah, right there. There are 8 of them, and you're going to just screw that one in to these. And you see I have that screw in there once aligned, so you're going to screw the times 8 of F into the piece, and then get the other side and do the same. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So here's the piece. So there's a couple of holes. It's not really hard to see. Just adjust for max height. This is max height because I'm pretty tall. I'm 6 foot tall, so you can adjust for that to where you decide to place in your screws and the connection. So it's nice. All right. There's one more step to this, which I need to read that first. And for the finale, so here is the section, the piece I have. You're just taking the last piece and screwing it into the sides. So yeah, it's just this piece here with the holes. I'm just gonna do it and then show y'all what I did. So it's pretty easy, as the photo should explain that pretty well. Alright, so here we go. So I got that screwed in. The final, yeah, I would recommend aligning these two and putting them in the hole at once, and then just kind of screwing both of them so they will align. That is my recommendation. And then there's one final step, and that is the keyboard itself. The keyboard itself, it says there are 2 more pieces. Piece G, that there's a hole in the piano. You're going to want to duck it within, well, I would recommend, I guess it's that exact one. One of them, it screws into the piano to keep it staying there, which is genius. I mean, you don't want that piano falling off, especially if you're on like a, well, it doesn't matter what flooring, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. It would look nice for the final touch, so you know what? I think I am going to try to do that real quick. And we're done. We are done. Let me show you guys one more thing. Well, I'm going to actually do the seat in this video too. That'll be really fast. But looking at the piece that I used at the very top. So these 3 holes, it appears as though you would want to choose like the second hole, but it honestly, you could probably choose either of them. I used the very middle one to center it in a balanced way, because there's a couple of screw-ins at the base of the piano to get it to screw in like that with, you know, the G, the times 2, which you can take back out and put in a bag somewhere. Then everything else can just stay like this, unless there's a need to disassemble. Say you wanted to bring it somewhere, maybe a disassembly would be completely necessary. But for now, I think it's totally worth keeping it just like this. And then maybe disassembling the piano if I wanted to, say, sit here. If I wanted to sit there and just play it, let me make sure it would even fit. It probably would, but you know. And then, yeah, well, the seat over there. And let's do that. And I can sit down and act like I'm playing it. I might try some tonight. I might try some of the notes, see if it's already charged. If not, I might charge it tonight. Then very soon, I will be making the 3rd part, and we will get into how to use this piano and all the pieces that go with it. Alright, so the seat, very, very straightforward. So just do that. You got that buckle. Let me see if you guys can even see what I'm doing. Yep, that buckle in there. Once you fold it in and just click it in that. Right, like that. Yes. So it's buckled. You just want to push it in. You want to make sure it's buckled up. Yep, just to make sure. And there we have it. It's nice. Nice. Well, it's a nice seat. Alright, yeah. Well, I'm going to sit in it, show you guys kind of how that looks. Might even turn it on and press a key or two. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to do that tonight, but it's tempting. Alright, before I sit down, just the music piece. Just going to slide in this little slot, and it doesn't require anything other than just that, and it stands. Yeah, I have the seat here, has this bolt. You want to make sure that's fastened in, and that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna sit real quick. Hopefully you guys can see me right, because I'm not gonna be sure if you guys will or not. Might even scoot it back just a little bit to have some more leg room. Right, this has that good feel to it. That, wait, I don't know. I'm trying to get that, match that seating. Okay, this is great. My legs touch up against it. Then I have a cup of coffee like over here. Play some jazz. That's gonna be me when I get to me playing a song from, like, say, a favorite video game, for example. That's gonna be me when I get to my intermediate level. So next time we'll get into the piano, how it works, and I'll go through, you know, anything for that, any setup with components over there. I will also play something, anything at that. Even if all I'm doing is going through and checking out different sounds, that's what will happen in part 3. So stay tuned for that. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you next time.